and welcome to my first full English episode here on Hannibal's Kitchen. Like I promised to much people to put more subtitles on my videos, which I could not handle every time. I will do a video completely in English today. So we're gonna do a classic Hannibal dish today. The dish, it's from the Silence of the Lambs. We're gonna have the liver with the fava beans and some potatoes and some onions, and of course we're gonna have a nice Chianti with our food. And I would say now we're gonna introduce you to the ingredients, and after we're gonna do the preparation. Merry Christmas! We start with washing the liver and drying it up. Now we put some flour in a bowl, put some pepper on the top, and now we're gonna put the liver inside, turn it around and make sure there's a little flour everywhere. Of course, also a little pepper. That's why we also give a little bit more pepper on the top of the other side. Now we're gonna do the cutting stuffs. Our onions in all forms. Here we got the white one. I always cut them first in half and make very thin rings. That's how we're gonna deal with all of our onions, except the spring onions. There we have a little different style of cutting. If you have too much tears, you can close the bowl with a plate like I did just in that picture. I must say shallots are the nasty ones, always bring me to tears. Then you can mix our onions in the bowl so all the rings got released. So, spring onions, cut off a little bit in the end, a little bit of the top, wash it under clear cold water and shake it a little dry. Spring onions are not cut straight, they are cut a little bit queer, so you have slim rings. The spring onions are separate to the other onions because we need them for the beans. So please keep them in a separate bowl. Additional to the recipe, I put an apple. We Germans love apples to our livers. It gives a little sweetness inside. The apples you can combine with your onions. Now it's time to preheat the oven to 140 degrees. The white beans you can let drip off the water inside the can. Here we are at the oven, giving a little bit olive oil to my preheated baked pot. There we're gonna add our onion and apple mix till they turn a little bit glassy. So you gotta close the lid and let it go a little glassy. Put a little more olive oil to a pan. I also preheated that one. And then we're gonna put our liver inside. Like you can see now, I have one piece of liver. It's much bigger because I take one liver of the grown-up cow. So our onions got a little glassy, so we gotta add the 1 tablespoon of sugar. I put 2 spoons of sugar because I'm a very sweet person. Our liver needs a nice brown color, so that's a nice color, that's a nice color. So we gotta put our rosemary here. I put dry rosemary in the case, of course fresh one is more nice.
When your liver's on both sides brown, you gotta put them into the oven, but only for 3 minutes, otherwise your liver is going to be very strong. Now we're gonna add our 2 tablespoons of aceto balsamico to deglaze our onion apple mix. Stir around, make sure the taste of the balsamico goes everywhere. It's a very strong dominating taste. And then add our 200 milliliters of vegetable broth. In a second pot you gotta heat up a little bit olive oil again, and we're gonna add our spring onions. Let that last a while, and then you can add your white beans as well. So give a little salt and pepper to our onion apple mix. And if necessary, you can also add a little bit of vegetable broth to the spring onion beans mix. This is how your onion apple mix should look when it's done. And that's how your finished plate should look like. Yes, and like in my German videos, also with you, I'm gonna try my food and say bye-bye to you. I hope you liked my little cooking video in English today. And I say this is really wonderful, wonderful food. Especially these onions are very, very likely. This food is so Hannibal and so delicious. I hope you stay subscribed. You are a new subscriber. Put your comments, have your wishes. Have a nice Christmas. Have a good change into the new year. And see you soon here on Hannibal's Kitchen. Bye. Ta-ta.